In light of the upcoming Bayonne Board of Education elections, Hudson County View caught up with Gina Irizarry, a candidate for a 2-year term. Gina Irizarry is a teacher at Ken Mayer High School, a school for underprivileged women. She also possesses an experience of teaching at Bayonne Public Schools. She first addressed the reason why there is a need to restructure the board.
If you read like New Jersey Monthly and some of the other data that's been the school report card, you will see that Bayonne has been on the lower end of the scale for quite a number of years. So I think it's time for a change. I think we need some fresh new ideas, some new voices, some educators on the board.
Irizarry also shared with us what she would focus on if elected.
Well, our special needs program definitely needs attention. I taught in this district years ago, and at the time we were lacking for special ed teachers. From what I understand from speaking to other parents today, and I've been speaking to a lot of them lately, we don't have enough special ed classrooms. We don't have enough qualified teachers, highly qualified special ed teachers. We have a shortage of occupational therapists, speech pathologists, all across the board. So special needs, we need to address that. We need to either have heavy recruiting for special need teachers. We need to look at extra funding and to revisit the population of the special needs culture and see what we really need. The other thing that I would want to focus on would be the kids right in the middle that are, you know, proficient, that have potential. There's, you know, we've made a big move for progression for the honors children and the kids that score better in science and math. We've taken upon a STEM program, which is wonderful. We have the Performing Arts Academy, but we really don't have anything for those kids that are right in the middle that maybe want to try some of those other fields, or maybe could do well. Maybe they're not A+ students, but they are very interested in science and math or the performing arts. I would like to focus more on that.
Irizarry also explained how her grant application experience can be an asset to Bayonne's heavily underfunded district.
What I would do initially to address the underfundedness of the district is ask the right questions, obviously. Why are we so underfunded? Although all New Jersey schools are severely underfunded, why are we lower than the other urban districts? What I could contribute, what I do have some experience with, is searching for additional grants. I would have no problem working on my own time to maybe look for other additional grants for different programs.
Hudson County View also talked to Irizarry about the teachers' contracts, which she felt that the negotiation process for the 16-step program for teachers is unacceptable.
I feel horrible for these teachers. There's a step program, 16-step program. There seemed to be, you know, we had the issue with the 5-year contract finally being resolved. That is just unacceptable. But what happened, and what a lot of the taxpayers don't realize, is that some of the older teachers that have been waiting to get to their top step, every time there's a contract issue and they're waiting a year or two, and every time it goes to the table and the board and the teachers union president try to resolve, there's always this bargaining chip of adding another step. Now it's like step 14 has, I think, 3 components to it. I think that that's unacceptable.
Irizarry also shared with us that she also wanted to enforce fair hiring practices.
I would focus on fair hiring practices. I don't slight the choices that we've been making, but it seems to me that some of the administration is elevated very quickly within our district. I think, especially when you're working in education, you're really not only a skilled person as far as the academic material that you're teaching the students, but you also have to be somewhat of a social worker in some aspect. You have to know a little bit about psychology. In a city like this, you should know a little bit maybe even about anthropology and cultures and cultural norms. So I don't see that as very big on the agenda with the Board of Ed moving to a more diverse group of people. I just don't know if we're always making the right choices where our children are concerned.
I'm Jeanette Jozu, Hudson County View, the eye of the community.